Less than a week ago, we all watched Vincent Kennedy McMahon successfully execute an Emperor Palpatine style return to WWE. And somehow, Emperor McMahon has returned. And, I felt perturbed when Palpatine returned with no rhyme or reason in The Rise of Skywalker. I'm even more perturbed now that Emperor Pervert is going to be back in charge of the $1 billion family entertainment juggernaut that is the WWE. But it doesn't stop there because today, Stephanie McMahon, Vince's daughter, has announced that she is resigning from her position as co-CEO of the WWE. And really briefly, just in case you're not caught up on the lore, last week, Vince McMahon sent a letter to the WWE board of directors announcing his intention to come back to WWE. And he straight up told the board of directors that if they didn't reinstate him onto the board, he would not approve the renewal of any TV streaming rights deals. The deals they have with the USA Network, with the Fox Network, just what makes WWE 90% of their money. Vince pretty much took out a lighter out of his pocket and told the board, reinstate me or I'll burn this whole place down to the ground. I showered with gasoline right before this meeting, pal. And I had my buddy, George Barrios, over there stick a Molotov cocktail up his ass right before the meeting. Your move, board of directors. And the next day, Vince was back on the board of directors. In fact, he's back as the executive chairman of WWE. He also stated that WWE, quote, has an exceptional management team, and that he wouldn't want to change any of that. And, I've heard more believable lies while watching reruns of Maury Povich because Vince immediately fired 3 members of the board of directors and added himself to the board along with 2 of his buddies. And then immediately after, 2 other members of the board said, fuck this, I'm not going to sit on Vince's lap, and resigned on the spot. Let's get into Stephanie McMahon's resignation statement. About 8 months ago, I took a leave of absence and within a few weeks, unexpectedly, had the opportunity of a lifetime when my perverted father's sexual deviant ways were exposed to the masses by the Wall Street Journal. I had the privilege to return as the co-CEO and chairwoman of the board of WWE. I cannot put into words how proud I am to have led what I consider to be the greatest company in the world for confirmed perverts. Our founder, Vince McMahon, has returned as executive chair and is leading an exciting process to double the amount of paralegals that we hire. And with Nick's leadership and Triple H serving as the chief content officer for the next few days before he gets fired, I am confident that WWE is in the perfect place to continue to provide unparalleled amnesty to sexual predators. WWE is in such a strong position, in fact, that I have decided to say, fuck this, you all can deal with my perverted dad, and I'm going to hit the early bird buffet at Golden Corral. This is my official resignation. And I look forward to cheering on WWE from the other side of the business, where I started when I was a little kid as a pure fan. Just kidding. I'm never going to watch this garbage. Peace out, Stephanie McMahon. Heartfelt correspondence from Stephanie McMahon for the WWE Universe. As of now, Nick Khan is the sole CEO of WWE, and that's not a foot fetish joke. And Triple H remains the head of creative for now. They'll probably last a whole week. And suffice to say that WWE fans are paralyzed in abject horror right now. And AEW fans are, excreting rainbows and glitter out of every orifice because Vince McMahon coming back to WWE is the absolute best thing that could ever happen to AEW. Their entire identity as a company is fuck Vince McMahon. It would be great for them. But what are the implications of Stephanie's resignation and Vince's return as executive chairman? I think we all know, this was a fun social experiment, a solid, 6 months of a Triple H led WWE that we were all thoroughly enjoying. I started watching actual wrestling during the week for the first time in, I don't know, 5 years. But now we got to pay the piper, because Vince McMahon is going to be in charge of WWE until he croaks or sells the company, which I seriously doubt he's going to do at this point because he's back as executive chairman. How is a massive control freak like Vince McMahon going to hand the reins to his company, his baby, to somebody he can't control, like a Viacom or a Disney, Netflix? Unless he sells it to the Saudis and they still let him call the shots, I don't think he's going to sell this thing. But give it a few weeks and you're going to see Vince is going to gradually butt his head into creative meetings, the old, boiling the frog strategy. And before you know it, Triple H is going to get demoted back to NXT, and all of Triple H's rehires are going to be working AEW Dark. The next creative meeting, Vince is going to walk in and just start blasting. You're fired. You're fired. Whose kid is this? You're fired. You can stay, pal, but I'm changing your name from Top Dollar to Hush Money. Now that's good shit, pal. It was nice while it lasted.